All right, so if you're a content creator of any kind, you know the struggle is real when it comes to finding good background music. Today, we are going to take a deep dive into a lifetime deal that's been making some waves, MusicSesame. The big question is it a total game changer, or is it just going to sit on your hard drive collecting digital dust? Let's figure it out.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You sign up for a great music service, and that monthly bill just keeps coming. It's what they call subscription fatigue, and man, it can really eat into your budget, especially if you're a freelancer or running a small agency.
And this leaves creators kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. On one side, you've got these huge, expensive libraries that are just a constant drain on your finances. And on the other, you're taking a huge gamble with so-called free music that could land you a copyright strike and get your whole channel demonetized. It's a source of constant stress, for sure. And it's this exact problem that's in so many of us hunting for a better way to do things. You know, a solution that's permanent, that's affordable, and that lets us sleep at night without worrying about those endless payments.
Okay, so let's get into it. This is where MusicSesame comes into the picture. It's a stock music library that's basically throwing the whole subscription model out the window. They're offering a lifetime deal, an LTD, which means you pay just one time and you can use their music forever. It's a totally different way of thinking about it.
Now, the very first thing you'll notice when you log in is its utilitarian simplicity. It is not flashy, it's not trying to be Soundstripe or Epidemic Sound. There are no fancy playlists or staff picks hitting you in the face. It's just a clean, no-nonsense interface that respects your time. You're there for one reason, to find a track, and it gets you right to it.
And all of its features are really built for speed. For instance, you can listen to a track right from the main list without having to click away to a new page. I mean, for any editor on a deadline, that is a huge time saver. The filtering system is basic, yeah, but it lets you quickly stack things like cinematic and energetic to narrow down your options fast.
But let's be honest, the user interface isn't the main event here. Not even close. We need to talk about the deal's biggest selling point, because this is where MusicSesame really starts to look interesting. We're talking about the license and the sheer economic value.
For around $75, a single one-time payment, you get lifetime access. That's it. No more monthly bills, no yearly renewals, one and done.
Let's really put that number into perspective, okay? Over a 5-year period, a typical Soundstripe subscription is going to run you about $675. With MusicSesame, you've spent $75. That is a savings of over $600. I mean, the math here is it's incredibly powerful.
And this is exactly why the source material for this explainer called the licensing terms the golden ticket of the whole deal. It's not just about the money, it's about the freedom and the peace of mind that comes with it.
So what does this golden ticket actually get you? Well, you get full commercial rights, which means you can use the music in client projects, no problem. And this is huge. It includes YouTube channel allow listing. That means no more bogus copyright claims, and you can monetize your videos immediately. You even get a PDF license certificate for your records, so everything is buttoned up.
Okay, but it can't all be perfect, right? Of course not. To give you the full story, we have to talk about the trade-offs. It is really important to understand that MusicSesame is not trying to be a Soundstripe killer, and there are some very, very good reasons for that.
So here it is, the elephant in the room, the library size. MusicSesame only has a little over 200 tracks. Now, the quality is actually fantastic. We're talking professional, radio-ready stuff with real instruments. But the variety? It's thin. If you're looking for a very specific, niche genre, you're probably not going to find it here.
And here's another thing that could be a deal breaker, especially for high-end professionals. All the downloads are MP3s. Now, they're high-quality 320 kbps files, which is totally fine for most YouTube or social media work. But if you're a filmmaker who absolutely needs uncompressed WAV files, this is going to be a limitation.
When you put the two side by side, the differences really pop. Look at the library size, a couple hundred tracks versus over 58,000. Updates on MusicSesame are slow, maybe irregular, while Soundstripe is adding new music every single day. And of course, Soundstripe has a massive library of sound effects and those WAV files we talked about. You're basically trading a giant, ever-growing warehouse for a small, static, but fully owned boutique.
So, after all that, what's the final call? Let's break down exactly who this deal is a slam dunk for and who should probably just stick with their subscription.
So the pros are huge. 0 recurring fees, totally safe for YouTube, full commercial rights, and here's an interesting one. The small library can actually speed up your workflow because you're not endlessly scrolling. But the cons are just as clear. Small library, MP3 only, and very slow updates.
This deal is a perfect match for a few specific types of creators. YouTubers and vloggers who just need a solid, reliable set of go-to tracks. Agency owners who want a safety net library for quick social media videos without adding to their monthly overhead. And podcasters, this is great for finding intro and outro music you can just set and forget. It's really for people who value ownership over endless choice.
And this quote from the source material just sums it up perfectly. You shouldn't think of MusicSesame as a replacement for a massive service. You should think of it as a permanent asset in your creative toolkit. For the price of what, maybe 5 months of a subscription, you are buying a high-quality collection of music that you own the rights to forever.
So in the end, it all comes down to this one question you have to ask yourself. For the way you work, is owning a permanent, worry-free asset more valuable than renting access to a massive, ever-changing library? The answer to that will tell you everything you need to know about whether the MusicSesame lifetime deal is right for you.